Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Today is the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna be vlogging all day today as well as tomorrow to show you what my plans are and how I will be celebrating. We're doing a very low key this year, and I'm going to be in charge of most of the cooking because it is gonna be at my house. So I have to do the turkey, the sides, and I'm working on a dessert today. Today I'm gonna be making cheesecake. Now I haven't decided whether I'm gonna do a pumpkin cheesecake, excuse me, or a regular cheesecake. A part of me wants to do just a regular cheesecake because I feel like there's just too much pumpkin going on. We have a pumpkin pie, so it'd be like too much pumpkin stuff, and I feel like just a regular cheesecake would bring some kind of variety to the amount of desserts we have. I think I'm gonna really just do a regular cheesecake. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna be picking up some things from a Bantam Bread Company. We ordered like a bunch of stuff for Thanksgiving, some bread and some pie. So I have to drive there, so I'll take you guys along with me, and then yeah, so I'm gonna get started on my cheesecake. I'm gonna be doing a TikTok showing how to make this, but I thought I'd also include it in this vlog in case you guys ever want to make some cheesecake. So I'm gonna start off with just the ingredients for the crust. Here we have the 15 graham crackers. It equals to about 230 grams. We are gonna get 4 tablespoons of butter, and we're gonna melt it in the microwave. We have a pinch of salt, and then we have about 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And you can use a food processor, you can put it in a bag and kind of like crush it up, whatever method works best for you. And then for the filling, we are going to get about 4 of these Philadelphia cream cheeses. This is equal to around 900 grams of cream cheese, I think. It might be a little bit more, so I would maybe just do maybe like 3 3/4 instead of 4 whole ones. We have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2/3 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, 2/3 of a cup of sour cream, pinch of salt, 4 eggs, and 1 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. You're gonna wanna make sure that everything is at room temperature, especially the cream cheese, because if it is cold, it's gonna be really hard to get that smooth consistency, and then your cheesecake is gonna have lumps and inconsistencies in it, so you don't want that. So before you start making the cheesecake, definitely take all of your ingredients, just lay them out and let them rest at room temperature for a little bit. I'm gonna get started on the crust, and you have to pre-bake the crust. So let's get started on the crust. All right, so our crust is done. You can use the bottom of a cup or just your hands to kind of pat that down. And you are going to pre-bake this for about 10 minutes at 325 degrees. So let's put it in the oven. All right, so our cheesecake filling is getting started. I added my 900 grams of cream cheese with my 1 1/3 cups of sugar. And you're gonna time that just to mix for about 4 minutes before you start adding the other things. In the meantime, I still have my crust in the oven, and I will see you guys at the next step. Okay, so far to my mixture, I've added my vanilla. Oh, I actually still have a little drop left. I'm gonna put that in there. And some salt, and then you're gonna add your 4 eggs, and you're gonna add them in 1 by 1. And after you add each egg, you just let it mix for about a minute, just so it gets fully incorporated. So I'm about to add my last egg. Exciting. But yeah, after that, I am going to add in my sour cream and my whipping cream. And also my crust just came out of the oven. It's looking very nice and brown. Whew, almost there. Another thing you're gonna wanna get ready in the meantime is like a big turkey pan, and you're gonna get maybe like a kettle full of hot water, and you're gonna put that inside of that roasting pan because you are going to have a bath for your cheesecake, which might sound really confusing, but basically cheesecakes need a lot of moisture, because if you don't have it in that bath, in that moist environment in your oven, it can crack. And you want to have a nice, smooth, jiggly, moist, luscious cheesecake. So I highly recommend doing this technique. Now, you are going to have this springform pan inside of that roasting dish with water in it. So you're going to also need This is extremely important, otherwise it will be ruined. You're going to need about 3 or 4 layers of aluminum foil surrounding that pan. You're basically gonna wrap the springform pan in a shit ton of aluminum foil. The recipes that I've read online, they say to use like 3 layers. I sometimes use 4 because I really don't want to risk ruining my entire cheesecake because it ends up like completely submerged and wet. So you're gonna want to do that. I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's wrapped. Okay, this has been definitely a minute. Ah, it's such a silky texture. That's what you want to see. You do not want to see any lumps in it. So I'm going to add in my sour cream now. Whoop. There it goes. So just a quick update on the cheesecake. It is looking very, very nice and delicious. The house smells really nice. The most prominent smell that you'll probably be smelling during most of this baking process is the graham cracker crumbs. They have vanilla graham smell. But yeah, baking a cheesecake is like 30% work, 70% waiting game, and praying that everything turns out fine. I can't really leave right now because I'm still waiting on this cheesecake. So I'm gonna just hang out with my dogs in the yard and I'm gonna slowly start making preparations. I just took my turkey out and I'm gonna brine it in a little bit. So yeah, this is my first year making the turkey. I've always kind of left it up to my mom because I've just been too afraid to do it. But I got my turkey from this cool farm up in Litchfield called Bunnell Farm. It's a really nice drive up there. It's a really cute farm. They have pies, veggies, all sorts of things. And I had pre-ordered a turkey, an 18-pound turkey, which is gigantic. But that was actually the smallest size they had. And they're just really fresh turkeys. Like, you get the thing in a bag with blood in it. It's kind of intense for somebody who's never made turkey before. But it was cool. It was a nice drive up. I like to feel like I helped a local business, and also I feel like it's coming from a farm. It's gonna be like the freshest turkey ever. So I wanna make sure that I do this turkey justice, that it did not die in vain. So I wanna do the best turkey possible. So I've been looking up different recipes. I'm brining it for 24 hours, and then afterwards I'm gonna be doing like a Gordon Ramsay inspired recipe. Just tons of butter, herbs, onions, carrots, all that stuff. Oh gosh, why are my dogs barking? Come on guys, come inside, we're gonna have a treat. I'm fine. I feel cute today. Blessed. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys how I've decorated my house. So my Christmas decorations are almost completed, and I got this idea off of Pinterest and like every colonial home in New England. And I got these ribbons at the dollar store, and I got the wreaths for $21 each on Amazon, which is really cheap, especially considering I had to buy like a bunch of them to cover all my front-facing windows. I decided to put them up on the window. I got these really heavy-duty clear hooks, and you can get them off of Amazon. I got a ladder and I hung them up, so it is on all of the windows. It looks very classic. And I like that the ribbon is this like velvety red, kind of ties in with the poinsettias, and my lights are on during the day, which makes no sense. And then I also got these from Amazon. This is a little family of deer. I thought that was really cute. And yeah, that is my house. Love it. Yes, I realize that I already have all of my Christmas decorations up, but it has been a tough year. It has been a good year. Like, every year there's good and bad. It's not like all bad. There were a lot of great things that happened this year. Ooh, I got packages. See, it's been a great year. This year's kind of been lonely, but I'm really good at being alone, so that's not much of a problem. I bought my first home this year. I got an amazing new car. Financially speaking, this year was surreal. In other areas, it did suffer a little bit. Family-wise, I think, you know, my family and I are always pretty good. No issues there. Friends, some of us have actually gotten closer throughout quarantine. I actually started talking more with some of my friends after COVID hit because we were just sitting at home, just messaging each other all day, sending each other voice notes, pep talks, all that stuff. So in some cases, I feel like I've grown really close to a lot of people. I've become really good friends with my neighbors. I have the best neighbors ever, so I feel very fortunate for that. I've spent a lot of time with them this year. So I guess the only way that I've really been lonely this year is romantically speaking, but that's okay. I hate talking about this stuff because it's so crazy. I built my channel on talking about my dating life and my relationships and my experiences, and now I'm just so apprehensive about talking about any of it because I went through such a crazy hellscape of dating when I was on before the 90 days, and now I'm like so private about that stuff. I'm like almost shy to talk about it. I really do value like privacy in my relationships. Not that I'm in a relationship right now. I have a really hard time showing affection, and I think that it affects everybody that I date. It affects men and women. It's not that I intend to be that way. It's not like I set out to be a cold bitch and like deprive people of emotion and love and affection. I'm friendly and nice, and I like to think that I'm warm, but I'm not warm in the ways that some people are used to in relationships. I'm always in my head. Always. People are always like, I can't figure out what you're thinking. I'm like, literally me neither. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Where are my dogs? I think my dogs just left. Let's go find them. Look at my little chickens. Hello, my little chicken. Ooh, I think I got my brining bag for the turkey in here. Brining bag for my turkey. What is this big package? Oh, nice. I needed these. Casserole dishes. Hey guys, I am ready to leave my house now and go pick up the things. My cheesecake is done. I think my cheesecake turned out okay. I will not know for sure though until I take a little tiny like scoop of the side and just taste it and make sure it's okay. I'm low-key nervous. This is like the most terrifying thing is like making cheesecake, and then when you're done just like tasting that first taste and just like, please be creamy, please be creamy, don't have weird lumps in it. Just made it to Bantam Bread Company. All right, okay, I left the pies in the car, so I'm gonna go and get them and we're gonna take a look and see what they look like. Already ate him in like one bite, but I went to this bakery and they had dog treats, so I got some bacon cranberry sauce. Mac and cheese is prepped for tomorrow, so is the sweet potato casserole. Tomorrow we just have to do mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, and stuffing, and the turkey. It has been like 3 days since I made this damn cheesecake, and I've been waiting to film a reaction to how it came out, doing a taste test. I just did the first bite over on my TikTok, but I'm gonna do another bite here for you guys and let you know how it came out. This is the best cheesecake. This is comparable to any New York style cheesecake, but it's better because you made it at home and you spent hours. I think I burned as many calories making this as I did now that I'm eating it. So it's worth it. It is seriously so delicious, and it really is so smooth and creamy. Now, when you take the cheesecake out of the oven and cool it for like 4 or 5 hours, you're gonna wanna take a bite and taste it. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be the right texture right out of the oven. It's gonna taste very weird and kind of like almost foamy and bubbly. You need to let it rest and settle because it's gonna continue to incorporate while it's sitting in your refrigerator. So I really don't even recommend eating the cheesecake until the following day because that is when it's gonna really get that velvety smooth texture. It is so good. It really is a great recipe. I highly recommend that you guys take the time and make this because it's really rewarding. I don't make this very often. I make it like once a year because it is very intense making it, but that one time a year. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I actually did not vlog during Thanksgiving because I was so freaking busy. I had the most challenging time baking the turkey. I love doing desserts. I love doing sides. That is my jam. That is my specialty. But Turkey, not so much. Needless to say though, the turkey did come out well, thank God, because that turkey tested my patience and my will to live. My mother, who always makes the turkey every single year, she never brines the turkey. She thinks it's like pointless, but I was just like, you know what? I want to brine the turkey because I see all these famous chefs do it on the internet. I first had an issue because I had the turkey frozen. I took it out of the freezer and I had it in the fridge for like 3-4 days, and I wasn't 100% sure if it was completely defrosted. And I kept touching the turkey and I was like, is it still frozen? Or is it really cold? Like, what? But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I have less than 24 hours to go until Thanksgiving, so I'm just gonna put this motherfucker in a bag and hope for the best. So I put it in the brining bag, I fill it up with water, and I put this brining solution in it. And the next morning, I wake up and I go to take the turkey out of the refrigerator, and I'm getting ready to prepare it and put butter and herbs and seasoning on it. The brining bag had created this like lip, and part of the bag wasn't 100% closed, so it was slowly leaking out into my refrigerator. And I immediately noticed upon examining my kitchen floor, I was like, there's water on the ground. Jesus, do not let this be the turkey. Like, do not do this to me today on the day of Thanksgiving when I'm supposed to be cooking all these things and baking all these things. Well, what do you know? My turkey brining solution was dripping all over my food, all over my refrigerator. I had to throw out so much food. It was a freaking nightmare. And I ended up using, like, I guess a gallon of bleach and other cleaning solutions just to sanitize my refrigerator and my kitchen, because after that I was terrified that we were all gonna die of E. coli. It tested my patience, but it was worth it in the end. All the food was really great, and it was a really low-key Thanksgiving. It was just me, my mom, my stepdad, and my brother. Now I am going to be entering into a pretty long quarantine. I am not going out anymore. I am staying the fuck inside. So I think until I'm able to get the vaccine, I will most likely be finishing my second book, working on my documentary, reading a ton of books, playing chess, and playing piano all the time, and just kind of keeping to myself. And I think that's the best way to be. My mom and I are both high risk, so we're just gonna look out for each other and stay safe and stay home. And I'm just really gonna take this opportunity to work on myself. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you use my cheesecake recipe. Also, make sure to click the thumbs up button. Lets me know that you guys like these types of videos. I'll make more of them in the future. Subscribe to my channel. That always helps me out. And if you do want to see my more adult related content, that is over on my OnlyFans, which is linked down below. Okay, I'm gonna get going, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.